In a charming village surrounded by lush green trees, there was a small hut where a kind-hearted farmer and his wife lived. This couple had cows, chickens, donkeys, and lambs. Every day, they took care of their animals together. They enjoyed fresh milk and ate eggs. The farmer's coop was right next to their house. While the wife was feeding the chickens with wheat, one mischievous chicken managed to escape from the coop. The poor woman chased after it, but couldn't catch the naughty chicken. The mischievous chicken was delighted to have escaped from the coop, unaware of the dangers it would face. It ran with all its might, distancing itself from the hut. It went to the reeds by the lake, drank water to its heart's content, and feasted on the seeds of the reeds. While joyfully wandering, it saw the reflection of a hungry wolf in the lake. Turning around, it noticed an old wolf approaching rapidly. The mischievous chicken understood that the old wolf intended to devour it, so it flapped its wings and ran, finding refuge in a hollow of a tree. The old wolf lost track of the mischievous chicken. Thinking it had escaped the wolf, the mischievous chicken continued to roam the forest. As it walked, it reached a place with colorful and juicy forest fruits. Its appetite increased at the sight of these fruits, and without thinking, it jumped and plucked one. They looked so delicious that it wasted no time devouring them all. However, it turned out that the colorful and tempting forest fruit was poisonous. The chicken's stomach started to ache, and it found itself unable to take another step. Feeling lonely and regretful, it cried, realizing the consequences of its actions. At that moment, an information crow approached, offering a fruit that served as an antidote to the poisonous forest fruit. It explained that eating this fruit would cure the mischievous chicken and warned about the dangers of life in the forest. Gratefully, the mischievous chicken consumed the fruit and recovered. It thanked the wise crow and ran away from the area, now understanding that living in the forest was not suitable for it. So it headed back to the hut. As it approached the hut, it saw its coop and the friends in it. However, it decided not to go to the farmer, knowing that it would feel bored in the coop again. Thinking that living with other animals might be a better option, it went to the cows in the barn. The space there was larger than the coop, and the mischievous chicken began eating the larger feed in front of the cows. However, the cows were uncomfortable with this situation and didn't want to share their food. They all together chased the chicken out of the barn. The chicken thought about the little calves and believed they might accept living together. Joyfully, it went to the small calves, who welcomed it happily, expressing their willingness to play with the chicken. The chicken accepted their offer, but soon realized that the calves only drank milk from a bottle, and there was nothing else to eat. Unfortunately, the chicken couldn't drink milk from the bottle because its beak was too small. Its stomach began to ache due to hunger, but the calves were relentless in wanting to play. Realizing it had no energy left to play, the hungry chicken ran away. However, it didn't want to go back to the coop. While wandering with an empty stomach, a neighboring terrifying dog noticed the mischievous chicken and began chasing it. The dog, too, had been hungry for days. The poor chicken ran with all its strength and threw itself into the farmer's arms when it reached him. The farmer, upon seeing his beloved chicken, was overjoyed. "Oh, my speckled girl, where have you been? "I missed you so much," he said, stroking her feathers worn out from the cold. He fed her a handful, gave her water to drink, and then locked her in the coop with the other friends. The mischievous chicken had finally learned its lesson. It understood that it was safe and happy in the coop, deciding to stay there for a peaceful life. Now it lives happily in the warm coop with its other friends, laying eggs every day. When the weather is nice, the farmer and his wife let all the animals from the coop into the garden. The mischievous chicken spent the rest of its days contentedly in the coop,